summit is the culmination of years of work. In 2018, last time that Canada held the G7 at home, I shared my vision on the development of AI. Under the leadership of France in 2019, when Emmanuel became chairman for 1 year of the G7, we continued this work, and France and Canada launched the operation. Yesterday, I was lucky to speak with outstanding scientists, researchers, and business people, and members of the International Partnership for AI, and they are all working in order to have a responsible use of AI and also build the necessary trust so that all the research takes us to the necessary results. And this is a crucial moment for AI. We know that there is the capacity and the enthusiasm. Know that the furious speed of AI development is scaring many people, and they see it as a threat for privacy and the environment. And wondering if AI what AI means for their job and also the ability to feed their families. And given the fact that political leaders sometimes failed in this task through the economic upheaval coming from globalization, we understand this concern, but we have to overcome it.
AI is being used to spread disinformation and scam people. Right now, my likeness, my voice, and that of other world leaders is being used to mislead, to cheat, to steal. We cannot stop progress. We shouldn't want to. But we need to have guardrails, transparency, accountability. We must put AI to the service of everyone in both high and low-income countries, and not just for an increasingly small group of ultra-rich oligarchs whose only concern is the value of their stock portfolios. We must put the middle class at the center of AI, and AI in service of the middle class, allowing people everywhere to work smarter, not harder, to do more with less. Businesses must grow faster along with their employees, instead of doing the same thing they do now, but with fewer employees. We must go beyond imitating what builders, creators, and artists already do so well. We need to make sure that the profits, the power, the benefits that come from this new technology are fairly shared. We've already seen the anger and division that grows when people feel they're left out of progress. We, governments, the private sector, and civil society need to think responsibly about how AI is shaping the world. We cannot let AI pollute social media with empty slop and cunning disinformation. We cannot let it grow even more the rifts within us, rifts that are already so deep between the haves, the have-nots, and the have-yachts. We cannot let it drive our citizens further towards cynicism, populism, hopelessness, and hatred. AI could unleash the potential of every human being to contribute, to create, to positively impact the world around us, but only if we choose to shape it that way. We, leaders in this room and around the world, have a choice to make. And that choice is being made now. Not 5 years ago, not 5 years from now. Now. If we don't meet this moment, our children, our grandchildren, and great-grandchildren will judge us harshly for it. Now, AI is certainly, speaking from experience, a challenge for policymakers. Adopting new legislation can take years, but even if it takes mere months, chances are it may be outdated by the time it comes into law. And of course, we do need to avoid the kind of heavy-handed regulation that stifles innovation and progress. But that's why we need to work in partnership with all of you, companies, researchers, scientists. That's where the leadership of the world's 7 most advanced industrialized economies is so important. See, this year, Canada is once again presiding the G7. And once again, AI will be on the agenda, with 3 pillars this time: powering it, adopting it, and sharing it. First, G7 leaders will be working to make sure we have a plan in place so our economies have access to clean and reliable energy to power AI. And on the flip side, find ways to leverage AI to find and create new power sources, improve efficiency, and build more flexible and reliable energy grids. Second, on adoption, we'll be working to empower leaders like you to drive further economic growth around the world, which means ensuring that workers, that small and medium-sized businesses also benefit from AI's technological infrastructure and innovation to improve their productivity, enhance their competitiveness, and create more and better jobs for everyone. And the third pillar is on making sure we share the AI revolution with the world so that developing countries can be included in this technological transformation and not just reap its benefits, but drive it forward in new and creative ways that we need to see. If AI truly lifts up emerging economies and empowers their citizens, we will all prosper. It comes down to building trust. Once workers see that AI, rather than taking their jobs, is instead assisting, enabling, and empowering them, they'll be more ready to embrace it at work and at home. Once investors see businesses thrive thanks to AI innovation, they'll be more confident when investing in entrepreneurs who lean on it. Let's show workers that AI can be a powerful tool in their hands, in their toolbox. Let's show small businesses that adoption means growth. Let's show markets that this is not a bubble. Let's show our citizens that we have the frameworks in place to build that necessary trust in a time of change. As with all new technologies, the first few years of development are a bit rock and roll. Governments and businesses are facing new challenges, new disruptions, but also new opportunities. That's why the path forward must be working together with like-minded partners as we maintain the competition that is healthy for innovation, but keeping in mind the requirements to keep people safe. The technologies we are building right now will have massive transformative impacts on every aspect of our lives. And you can speak to anyone in this entire conference. Nobody will say with certainty what the future is going to look like 10 years from now. What'll be great about it, what'll be terrible about it. But right now, we have a responsibility to be having those conversations that figures out how we make sure that we're being really thoughtful about the world we are creating. Because now is when it's being decided, here and everywhere else around the world. But allow me for a moment, in front of an audience from every corner of the world, to be very, very proud of Canada and of Canadians. If you're looking for a strong AI partner, a reliable AI partner, a trustworthy AI partner, Canada is it. We have renowned academic institutions, innovative businesses, prolific tech incubators, and the best educated workforce of all OECD countries. We're home to brilliant minds like Yoshua Bengio, Jeffrey Hinton, and Rich Sutton, and innovative businesses like Cohere and Erudi. We have the critical minerals needed to build this technological revolution, specialized semiconductor expertise, and one of the world's cleanest electricity grids. And yes, we're reasonable and always polite. We have all the building blocks for the future of the world's economy. Sure, it gets cold in Canada. But I know that a room filled with researchers in AI and investors in AI can get excited at a place that's 30 below for a few times of the year, which means half price on cooling for your data centers. Canada is a global leader when it comes to nuclear energy as well. From vast reserves of high-quality uranium to top scientists and nuclear engineers to the practical expertise that comes with large-scale operations and innovation for decades. And by the way, let me say this once and for all, as an environmentalist, for me, the debate is over. Large-scale nuclear reactors must be part of the solution for the future, because if we're not willing to embrace nuclear now, then coal-powered AI from other parts of the world will shape the coming decades for the worse. Si je vous dis ça, c'est pas juste pour
What I'm saying is not only to claim how wonderful Canada is and to boast about Canada, but just to let you know what the strategic results we managed to get will be helpful for the future. And this didn't happen by chance. It happened because we had a strong potential of workers, of business people, of innovators, and because we invested and will continue to invest as we did since 2017 with our pan-Canadian strategy in AI. And in spite of all the challenges that we're confronted with, I am confident about the future given to us by AI, which has already revolutionized the world of medicine and has contributed to the development of new antibiotics which can fight the germs which are resistant to antibiotics. And this helped our companies, our corporations, the big ones and the small ones, and we can do it together with the governments in order to improve services to our citizens, and because we need also to reinforce trust in our institutions. We need to stop food waste and make our institutions and companies more self-sufficient. And AI can help us over main challenges, and the main challenge of our era, that's climate change, provided we know how to go about it. So AI can improve the life of each citizen and can also improve the potential of work throughout the world. And we all must, in order to do so, we all must be prepared to have a responsible use of AI in the long term, and the consequences of our choices and also the result of our research will deeply modify the future. And when I meet creative and innovating people who are going to build this future, I cannot but be optimistic, completely optimistic. If we work together, if we do it in a reasonable and well-reasoned way, we can accomplish great things. And to quote François Mitterrand, former French president, and this is a quote which it is self-explanatory, there is always a future for those who think about the future. Thank you so much.